Hello, Mr. Deaton. This is Samuel Smith in UT Tyler, actually. So, today we're going to be going over Kantianism and virtue ethics and putting them into action in thinking about immigration. So, Kantianism is essentially, there are two major parts of it. The first one is only do things you would rationally endorse everyone else to do in similar circumstances. So, pretty much what that's saying is if everybody were going to do, let's say lying, so which is the example you used in your book, if everybody were to lie, would it still be worth it? So if everybody in the world started lying, then nobody's word would be trusted, and the very morals of integrity in our society would collapse. And even if I lied, people would know that nobody could be trusted, so they wouldn't believe it anyways. So in that case, Kantianism shows that probably wouldn't be ethical. And if the thing you are wanting to know if you can do makes it past that first one, then you got a second rule to comply with. And that is always treat others with respect and never as mere tools. So, the main thing is, will the other party involved feel respected if I do this? This, for example, let's say I use a hammer to go and whack a nail. It doesn't have sentience, feelings, or it doesn't have reason, so it's okay. It doesn't affect it. I can throw it if I want. It doesn't make a difference because it's inanimate. Although a person is animate, and that is something I can't use them as a tool. What comes to my mind when I think of that is slavery in the early 1800s. So, next, virtue ethics is the second one, and it really has to do with virtues and what people, like the time-tested, what I think of is fruits of the Spirit, just knowing you want to be honest, kind, loving, and all of that juicy stuff. And what virtue ethics allows us to do is live a better life and Christians, they use it, many people can use it in a way to have a role model. And for Christians, Jesus is their role model because he lived a perfect life. And they could ask themselves, what would Jesus do in this situation? And that would give them their ethical answer. And what really it's all about is about creating a better life, making you happier, more satisfied, and more complete as a person. So, I want to put these into action really quick, each one in immigration. This is not how I feel about it, but it's just how each ethical theory would work when being used. So, Kantianism for immigration. So if all immigrants were to move to the United States, which is the first rule, would only do things you would rationally endorse everyone else to do in a similar circumstance. So if every single immigrant in the world would move to the United States wouldn't be what it is. And the value of moving to the United States, where there's an incredible freedom and capitalism and you can build yourself up from wherever you are, that wouldn't exist anymore because it was too overcrowded and overpopulated, and there wouldn't be the economy that it has now. Although there is a flip side, if all immigrants were locked out of all major countries, then there wouldn't be any diversity, and the poor would stay poor, the rich would stay rich, and it just wouldn't work out. So this sort of a flaw in Kantianism, and how I see that's why immigration is still a problem, is because the four theories, it doesn't really give. There's kind of discrepancies between the four, and trying to see which one works and which one doesn't work for the situation. All right, virtue ethics, next one. So you could say that there's a lot of virtue in nations contributing and helping other immigrants who don't have as near of as good of a situation that they're in. So there is virtue in doing that, but obviously it wouldn't work if it happened on a large scale. Yep, that's everything. I have 9 seconds, so that is everything, and hope you enjoyed. Have an awesome day.